Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My talk is just about the progress report of the Indonesian Smallholders Working Group activities toward the group certification of the smallholders in Indonesia. That's easy one. Okay, let's see what the size of the smallholders we are going to talk about. Today, about 8 million hectares oil palm plantation in Indonesia, and 38% of them in the hand of the smallholders. That's about more than 3 million hectares, big enough to give economic values, big enough to distribute development to the rural area, but also big enough to give a negative impact to environment. So that's why we have to bring them on board. Let's see the flashback of the Indonesian Smallholders Working Group. Founded by Pak Tio, RSPO, 2007 in Jakarta. And the members, multi-stakeholders, smallholders representative, smallholder associations, large companies, certification bodies, government, and NGOs. Those are members of that. Or the objectives to prepare smallholders to be able to certify with RSPO standard. Okay, I'm afraid of the chairman, so I just read it. The scheme smallholders, what is that, the scheme smallholders? Scheme smallholders, their plantation have developed by the INTI or nucleus estate. That's why they have good planting materials, technology supplies is good, management is good, capitals, plantation development is good, and also organizations available. On the other hand, the independent smallholders, small in size, average 2 hectares, scattered around, lack of access to information, lack of access to technology, use of uncertified planting materials, lack of management, lack of capital, family-run company type, low productivity, have no organization. That's difficult to handle that. Okay, what is the necessary support to put on board the independent smallholders? First, of course, we have to have the national interpretation RSPO standard. The Indonesian nationals or group have developed 2 standards. One for the independent smallholders, the second one for the scheme smallholders. And you know, last year, already about 25,000 of the scheme smallholders have been certified, but none of them the independent one. And also we have to have a group certification protocol. That's available. The Biocert Indonesia and Proforest developed that. The third one, the RSPO certification system, that's available. RSPO supply chain certification system, that's available. And then guidance for training facilitators on RSPO principles and criteria of sustainable palm oil production for the smallholders. That's available now. Just published it last week, 700 copies already in the Rilo in Jakarta. You might ask if you need that. That's for free. And number 6, we have to have also guidance for the implementation of our RSPO principle and criteria for smallholders, and guidance for interpretation on good agricultural practices for smallholders. These 2 books, I hope, next January will be available. And the last one, the pilot plan, that's also very important. Now, let's see what is the system that we use to certify the independent smallholders. We call it group certification protocol. And in that system, we have the group manager. Norman will be talk about the group manager. He said there's Superman, and also we have to have a members. And then the independent certification bodies will assess both of them, group managers and also the smallholders. What is the product of this system? Certified FFB. This certified FFB can be sent directly to the certificated mill and then process it to the CPO, and then you may trade it as a CSPO. with a 4 trading system, but for the IP it's very difficult. Segregation may be also difficult, probably mass balance and book and claim more possible. But if you're talking about certification with smallholders, these 3 have to face in the field. First, smallholders always asking for expecting higher FFB price. We cannot talk about other things. They don't care about that. The second one, there is no certified mills around sometime. And the third one, uncertified seeds give problem for the mill. This is a problem that we have to face in the field. And now, how to answer that problem. Last week in Jakarta and the Port Dickson, we talked about using the green palm to trade the CFFB. You see in the slide, the CFFB, certified FFB from the group, can go 2 ways. First, to the green palm. The second one, just like as usual, go to the mill. The one that go to this green palm, we have to convert CFFB to CSPO using the, we call it the default OER or fixed OER. That's what the Norman talking about, 19.5 and 20%, that's a fixed OER. And then the CSPO, green palm will issue certificate based on the volume of the CSPO, and then trade them with green palm member. That money will go to the smallholders group. And how about the physical FFB? We'll go to the mill as usual. They got also some money from there. So this selling certificate, just like giving more price to the CFFB of the smallholders group. I hope Bob Norman is here. You may ask more about that to him. According to him, that's possible. And then pilot plan. Last week, we went to PTPN3. You just heard PTPN3 have a industrial cluster. FFB come and product out. This is really beautiful system. If we can bring those CFFB from the smallholders, independent smallholders, to this system, we can have at least three added values. From CO2 in the air to FFB, FFB to CPO, and then CPO to end product. So we can get more price. And the petani, the smallholders, can get more price sustainably as a result of this system. That could be answered to the question. This is the action that we have to do. That's already explained by PTPN3 to develop the small organization, group manager and SCS development, and you may read it, because those chairmen already asked me to stop that. Thank you.